Hey everyone, it's Baze Junkie transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video. And well, after like a little tiny break, back with my chart haul video for August 2K18, like a bunch of record cities and like an interesting package to show you. And well, it's hot, it's burning hot in Hamburg and in Germany. So everyone is about like, well, climate change is hitting hard and like Germany is turning into a desert. But well, I don't mind temperatures like 30 degrees Celsius and above, so I totally love that, and there's no reason to not all black everything, even though it's hot outside. And well, the only thing I'm not into is sun, so it could be like dark outside and like 30 degrees plus all the way, and I'm totally into it. But anyway, let's go straight into the video. And a few new DJ dates are like announced, and like check down in the description box as well as for my social media. So just to catch on me or catch up on where I'm gonna play and stuff. So let's go into this. The first one on sofa music from Norway, Inga Zach and Speak Percussion, Before Nightfall 1. Very interesting concept on the sofa music label, which is run by Inga Zach, I guess. Conceptual album. Inga Zach teams up for the Before Nightfall series with one artist, one musician for like one day, and they like collaborate, work on sound, and then like have a concert and like record that concert and turn this into a CD. So here is like one live recording of what they are doing, recorded in, I guess, a church in Norway or something like that. Very drony, experimental, more ambient-y, like a deep atmospheric sonic journey for all those who are into like what I like to call deep listening music, ambient drone stuff. Inga Zach and Speak Percussion, Before Nightfall 1. The next one we've seen already, also a CD. Serge Gainsbourg presents Boston Goes Disco. Done an unboxing on that, so I will link to this unboxing video in the very end of this video. Well, the name says it all, underground disco from Boston, from the era like late 70s, early 80s. Excellent stuff, like 13 tracks on here, also a DJ mix. And if you're into disco and want to learn something new, this is not the commercial stuff, but this is like very interesting stuff from the Boston underground scene. And for some reason this video, this unboxing video I made about this has been picking up pace a little, so it has seen more views than my last 10 videos overall. So I don't know why, but YouTube is strange sometimes. And now to something completely different. Okay, I'm not charting like IBM floppies in here, but this is a box set from my mate Sascha Müller, and it's like untitled box set on psycho candies, and in here is like a bunch of stuff. So I will like, you know, here's, as you can see, a bunch of stuff, and he uses this IBM floppy disk things like as cover for records. So what is in here is the first two psycho candies, 7 inches, which come as always in a, well, I've got those, but these are in the box as well, as like black label 7-inch acid. This is what Sascha Müller is all about mainly. So these are in here, the first two, which are limited to 100. Then we got the third one on the Psycho Candy 7-inch label, which is limited to 20, and this is not like a regular pressed 7-inch, although it looks like one, but this is a hand cut, like limited to 20 copies 7-inch for this box exclusively, which is also acid. So this whole box and the whole Psycho Candies label, which is run by Sascha Müller, is all over acid. Then we got the SM 104, which is the SM is like a special like catalog matrix number for releases, which is not a floppy disk, although it comes in a floppy disk cover, but it's a limited to 20 copies CDR covered in black spray paint, also including a lot of acid. I will say acid a lot when talking about this one. Then we got a nice Psycho Candies tape with which is acid meets electro. I will open this. There's like a bag here, and also limited to 20 copies. This is more like 2 side-long jam sessions, I guess 30 minutes or 40 minutes jam session, electro acid, like freestyle electro stuff. Also exclusive for this box, limited to 20 copies, hand numbered. This is copy 2 of 20. And finally, we got some sample material, also in a nice box, in a nice like little bag, which comes on a regular 1.44 megabyte floppy disk, also limited to 20 copies. And these samples on here are only like 1 to 3 seconds long, 3 or 4 samples on here. I cannot remember right now, so you can use these samples for your production as loops and like or put them on loop in your Ableton or whatever. And all this comes packaged nicely in this floppy disk box from IBM from back in the day. So this is like a limited to 20 copies big pack. Big pack is a nice thing, so here you go. Next one is a little mysterious on Glacial Sounds. Rabbit featuring Rico Dan, Black Dragons. A little bit mysterious because originally this was released in 2015 as the final release of the Glacial Sounds label, which is now restarted under another name, which I don't have in mind right now. And seemingly either they didn't sell all this limited 10 inches, which is like very proper grime with a remix of Zyro on the flip. So if you love old school grime, this is for you. Or they like rediscovered like a few copies in the warehouse of the German distributor, because this popped up in the German distributor's box only recently. So interesting stuff. Rabbit featuring Rico Dan, Black Dragons, for all your grime heads. Next one, also a 10-inch, which is also a fine format. I really love 10 inches. Tatco 01, which comes from somewhere in Eastern Europe, maybe Romania or Croatia or something like that. Not much info on here apart from this nice stamped white label, and this came quite as a surprise, kind of, because this is minimal techno, and I'm not the biggest like fan or supporter of minimal techno at all. Never have been, but this sounds not like much if you like skip through it, but if you listen to the tracks as a whole, which I did when I was working in the record store for 2 weeks straight, this developed a kind of hypnotic thing and reminded me a lot of like the minimal techno scene in the early 2000s, and it had something which caught my attention, although the tracks are very repetitive and not that like ultra thrilling in terms of production. But something is about this 10-inch which makes it really interesting, so I had to buy a Tatco 001 new label from somewhere in Eastern Germany. For the dub techno fans, we have this one, Steve O'Sullivan and Mike Schommer, Submerged. I hope you can see the whole thing on Mosaic, Mosaic 015, still in the protective like foil and stuff. I like the minimalistic artwork. A remix by Deep Chord is on there as well, and this is like very nice. Actually, you see the cut, the ring cut here is actually one track on this, but it seems like there is 3, so there's interesting cutting techniques on here. This is the label, this is the flip, and this is like dub techno as dub techno can be. Very floating. You have these classic chords and steps and like timeless good stuff. And this comes from Chicago, from Detroit, DJ T1000, aka an Old Man Ratchet Tracks, and the name is well, The name says it all actually, and if you look at the track titles on here, Black Guys Really Love My Big Fat White Ass, We Need Our Weave, She Loves Big Black Cock, Booty Shagging, Ghetto Gagging. This is exactly what you get. Ghetto House, released in 2017 on Beepage Control, Ellen Ellen's label. Yeah, rough ghetto house, Chicago, basement stuff, dirty lyrics. I'm really into that. And Alan Oldham is also like a graphic designer, painter, artist, and has been responsible for a lot of the Jacks Up artwork in the past, and also like releases his own comic books and stuff, and has exhibitions, and lives in Berlin right now, I guess. So good stuff. This one I got as a promo SCD, so I copped the vinyl version, War Girl Abolita, on the German Hamburg-based label Clouds Hill, which is very interesting, like a mixed bag, a very, like, I guess a 6 or 7 piece band, very nice label. I like the typo on here, and this is a nice mixture of, like, let's say post-punk, Afro-funk, a little bit of reggae, a little bit of dub, very like all over the place, but a mixture that goes very well together. And actually I'm not playing out post-punk so much these days, but I hope to do more, so I will, if I do, I will like get this, get this into my box for like post-punk and indie sets, definitely. So this is good stuff. If you love Shushu and the Banshees maybe, or the Slits, or also Blondie, this will kind of be in your range of music. War Girl Abolita on Clouds Hill, Germany. And finally, one of my the album of the month actually is Oxharp featuring Mante Ribane, or however you pronounce this, 2 artists from South Africa. Oxharp lives in London right now. Mante Ribane, the singer, is still in Cape Town or Johannesburg. I'm not too sure. So very nice album on Hyperdub, like darkish artwork. Here see some track titles and stuff. And yeah, this is proper urban music, future soul, I'd say, in that vein. A lot of like deep, heartfelt melancholia, slow beats, more like slow jam stuff, but very deep urban, bass orientated, a little bit of like dubstep, a little bit of Afro beat, electronic Afro beat, like Kuduro or whatever that kind of danceable stuff is, that is like hot, like the mixture of bass music and African music. And but most of the album is more like slow jams, and very good, very nice. I really like it, I really feel it, so definitely do recommend it. And this is my chart haul for this month, for August 2K18. If you like this one, give me a thumbs up, recommend the video, whatever. If you want to support me, check down in the description box, there is my Discogs seller link. If you want to buy something from my Discogs seller link, I will be appreciative and stuff, and you will support me and my channel and stuff. So I'm out. I'm going to talk to you in the next one. See you later.